Boom. So I wanted to go live right at 3. Make sure when y'all dive in, make sure you swim to that like button. We're gonna go on, we're gonna give our flowers to the fighters while they still here. Let's not wait till they retire and all of that stuff. If y'all keeping up, you see where we going with this, but what's understood we ain't gotta talk about. Danny Jacobs though. Shout out to New York. This is one that y'all need to get behind and make sure y'all keep, pushing for this guy to win. Because I think Danny Jacobs is good for boxing. We've seen this guy in the weight classes that he's been in. He's challenged himself against the top competition. Became champ, fought champs. The guy can't make 160 no more. He got to make a decision to go up. He's taking one tune-up, which is supposed to be Gabe Rosado, which is that I like the fight. That's a good fight to get started at, that weight. And so fight him, and then he wants all the champs. He want Caleb Plant. He want Callum Smith. He want he think Benavidez is probably the biggest threat. But I ain't never really seen Danny Jacobs bitch up out here like a lot of these fighters that I see. I see Danny Jacobs as a fighter like, you know what? Whoever the best is, let me fight him. He got sweeped by Canelo though. He did. That was a sweep. But other than that, that Triple G fight was close. He got mad props for beating Derevyanchenko. Like, that's a good win. We know how good Sergey is. He beat Triple G ass. But Danny Jacobs beat Sergey Derevyanchenko, and that is a very difficult style. Derevyanchenko ain't no easy work, so let that be known. Anybody that get Derevyanchenko on the resume, you getting props, bro. You getting props. I don't give Triple G props. I feel he lost. So that's how I feel about it. And, that's how that is. This way I feel about certain fights and I watch it, no emotions attached. I feel Sean beat Errol, nigga. That's what it is. It's cool. He got 2 straps, but guess what? Sean beat him, though. Sean beat him. That's how I feel. That's what I saw. So, just no different. Derevyanchenko got one on Triple G. Y'all know that. So, he should be the goddamn champ right now. But Danny Jacobs, man, I think that this guy, you look at the names he's fought. Triple G, Canelo, Derevyanchenko. Those are some good names, but some good opponents to get in there with. So I believe that Danny Jacobs is going to continue to do that in this new weight class where he feels more comfortable. And Eddie Hearn, even in the interview today when they went live, or whatever day that was, that happened, I saw it today. But, he had weight problems for the Canelo fight. He did. That was it for him. It was time for him to go up in weight. Canelo got the victory, but that was the last fight for him at 160. So 168 should be more comfortable for him. We don't know. We got to see. Because 168 is still up for grabs. I can't really say for sure who's going to take over 168. I don't know. But how many got that takeover mentality? I think Danny has that. Even if he come up short in the fight, I think he still wants to prove that he the best. So I support shit like that. New York, stand up. Support Danny Jacobs. I gave him a little flame for the Chavez fight because I didn't like the willing to let Chavez have this A-side privilege and go to Cali and duck Bada. I didn't like all of that. So that was kind of strange. But other than that, in that ring, dude is, he's watchable. You know what I mean? Like, if he fights, I want to watch him. Same thing with like guys like Sean Porter. I don't care about them having losses. Like, if they gonna go in there and they gonna fight, and they got that warrior takeover mentality, I'm gonna watch them fight. I'll be a fan of that. Not these bitches that try to hold on to belts and avoiding the top smoke. You don't get props for that. You don't get props for that. Being undefeated, holding on to one belt, ducking all top competition, and always want to be on live stream, and yelling and showing off what you got. Silly shit. This is the same Danny Jacobs, the same dude who walked down on Jamal, right? Not Jamal, right, but Jamal, Charlo. And we know this guy is known to pull up. He's known to pull up. Guys that pull up, man, you just like, hey, man, hey, that nigga pulled up. Bud Crawford, he will pull up. Y'all talk what y'all want to say about Andrade. Andrade has pulled up. You know how a lot of these niggas have pulled up on? The same dude. Them Charlos. What the hell's going on? Houston, we have a problem. We can't keep letting niggas pull up, and you keep pulling out of fights. Fights, man. Like this, you were supposed to be a champ, a top dog, a lion. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what are we talking about, man? But this is one guy who is known to pull up. And he's going up into another weight class. And I'm pretty sure, I'm confident he's gonna pull up on Caleb Plant. He's gonna pull up on the Benavidez. He's gonna pull up on a motherfucking Callum Smith or whoever, bro. You know what I mean? Whoever's in the way. We're not saying 100% he's gonna win, but y'all not gonna watch that shit. Danny Jacobs is not good for boxing. Let me get to the chat. Shout out to the live chat. Oh, once again, my bad. I'll be rambling and shit. Playback. Shout out to y'all, man. Leave a comment. Don't be a whole ass nigga. Leave a comment. No, I'm joking. And Vada or not. Hey, Trav. Shout out to Trav. Man, I was just getting ready to kick off this live and I seen your notification. He hit me with a source. I didn't check it out yet. I couldn't hit the link for some reason. But something about WBC. Nevada is about to start back testing. So hopefully you niggas detoxed. Hopefully y'all got that shit all the way out your system. Because the real boogeyman is back. Is basically what the breaking news is as we're doing this tribute to New York's own Danny Jacobs. Reminder to you professional athletes, the real boogeyman has returned. It's a four-letter word. Nigga, it's Vada. Vada or nada, my friend. Who's going to enroll? And who's going to be, oh yeah, we already know. We already know. You ain't enrolling, huh? Yeah, we know. We understand. Hey, look, this is a kind of a little checkmate move right here, though, low key. Why to just pull back up? Like, yo, all right, look, y'all, we just we reopening the doors for y'all. Who's going to come in with free will? Who is going to come in with free will? They gave them 2 or 3 weeks to just get it in, a month or whatever it is. Then they reopen the door. It's like, oh, hi guys, welcome back. Just sign your name on the contract, and you will be re-enrolled to these needles in this urine sample game, homie. And just be on some shit like, hey, are they gonna walk through them doors and go through that again, or are they gonna stay on the outskirt? Where you got to deal with niggas like us, like damn. So and so did not re-enroll in the clean boxing program. This ain't gonna be nice. I'm just saying, Vada or nada, nigga, Vada or nada, do the right thing. John Cable, Chin Smoke, Carlos. He says, I agree. Jacobs is great for boxing. What's going on, Black, in the UGC clique? What up, man? Should have brought my agua in here. Iron Kong in the chat. Freddie Morris, he said Jacobs fought the top. He gets all the respect. He wants Andrade and Charlo too. I mean, I heard that the Andrade and Charlo, I mean, the Andrade and Jacobs fight is not going to happen because of like some type of a close tie, like family tie or something like that. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I haven't heard that. So you have to drop a source where Jacobs is saying that he really wants to fight Andrade. You know, if that was the case, why he go up to 168? We know he got the weight problems though, unless he want Andrade to go up, because we know he can't make 160 no more. So got to make it make sense. You know, it's just like this nigga Andrade struggling to get a fight at 160 because these niggas just ducking him, just straight out. It's a boogeyman, dog. Just it is what it is, man. Nigga, I don't know what it is with niggas with dreads. Like they be like, maybe it's because of the Predator movie or some shit, or yeah, that shit. They see the dreads and they just get a little nervous. And then the nigga come in talking about it's me again, and y'all be like, oh shit, this again? It's him again. It's him again. No doubt, bro. Thank you for your support. Always coming through. Real boxing fans, I think, Carlos, likes watching Danny Jacobs. Can we get an amen, New York? Do y'all like watching your own Danny Jacobs? Pull up on niggas, though, and tell them you ain't even touched the M yet. This is the difference between Danny Jacobs and a lot of niggas who barely just started touching the M low key. Like low key, though. Like barely just started touching the M. And you talking about a nigga who been touching M's, right? But do you know why he been touching M's? It's simple. Listen up, casuals. It's simple why he's been touching M's so long already. Because he's been stepping up to face top competition. More risk, more reward. Deontay Wilder got a good reward versus Fury twice, but he got a good ass whooping too. You know what I mean? Easy streak, too long promotions. But at the end of the day, the ones that step up and be willing to face the best, willing to be embarrassed, willing to get their belt taken, whatever the case, they're getting the most money. Then you get these clown ducking ass niggas with straps. When you check the records, like these niggas ain't touching no M's like that. They ducking top phase, man. Y'all niggas try to hide behind business. When business shows you, when you fight better competition, you make more money. I mean, casual, silly shit we got to deal with out here. You know? An elite middleweight and possibly super middleweight because he's not afraid of any smoke. Yes. This is what we talking about. Someone who don't make no excuses, you make it happen. Come see me, boy. That type shit. That's the type of shit boxing fans used to like. I don't know what the fuck y'all like now. Y'all on some other shit. I fucks with that Danny Jacobs type shit. Pull up. Yeah. Let's sign the contract. You know? I'm going to get this money. I'm going to beat your ass. And I'm going to be on to the next. Like, what you mean? It's simple shit. So I'm gonna give it up to him while he here. Nigga, he ain't got to retire yet. No matter how many losses he got. Lost Canelo, lost Triple G. Okay, cool. Got knocked out in the past. Okay, cool. Beat cancer. He's still here. Still want the smoke. You know, put these niggas on notice. Anybody. Caleb Plant, Benavidez, Caleb Smith, whoever, nigga. Whoever. So I'm not saying he gonna beat him, but I like his warrior mentality. He got that motherfucking takeover mentality. Like, nigga, I don't care who you is. I will pull up. And it's gonna be a good bag. You know? Oh, you the best competition? So that means you got the best bag attached to you, probably. So it's more risk. So let me get that work. Let me get that work. Nigga, this is regular shit. Shout out to IBT. They back for that blood. You know what I'm saying? They back. They ready to go through that again? Let's see who's gonna walk through the doors with goddamn open arms, hugging Nevada people. They got the needles in their hands and everything. They just walk up, hug them like, oh, I missed y'all. You think Gerald Miller gonna walk up in there? We'll see. We'll see. If he go in there and start hugging all the Nevada people, I'm like, oh man, shout out to Gerald. Hey, y'all think? Let me ask y'all. Be honest with y'all. Do y'all think Gerald Miller deserves forgiveness right now? This is a desperate situation for America. Come on, think about it. We know it's over for Deontay. We let's just be real. Let's be real. We know it's over for Deontay. Should we forgive Gerald Miller and just tell him, look, man, do it the natural way, the best you could do. But we need you, man. He good with his mouth. He can talk his talk. We need you to figure out how you can get a fight with AJ or something like that, or with Fury. For us, for your people. For your people. Okay? Do it the right way. Vada or nada. Walk into that Vada, rehab facility. Get your shit together. See if Conti can snag you up and try to get them belts back for America. Otherwise, if he don't go into Vada, I can't fuck with him, to be honest. I want him to do it the right way. Right way promotions. Chavez Junior Promotions, goddamn. We got a hot 45 for you niggas left. Link being dropped. Anybody want to give it up? Come with some positivity for Danny Jacobs, goddamn it. Give it up to him while he here. Put some respect on his name. Y'all celebrate Charlo type shit. A lot of y'all. But what about this Danny Jacobs work? Pull up, catch an M, make more money than probably your favorite fighter though. Like low key. And he with Heyman too. Why y'all don't promote him? Y'all be trying to promote small time niggas that got handed paper belts. Hand me down niggas. Y'all try to hype that shit up. Get behind nigga who already done it. Give it up to him. A nigga who might have done it 2 times. Selective Love. We should come out with a album, dog, called Selective Love in the boxing community, Angel.
Yeah, and we're gonna come out. Thank you for having me once again. Thank everybody. Good day. First of all, I'm glad we all made it back for another flame session, right? Yeah, man. I think we're gonna have to do that, man. And then I think we're gonna have to bring back the tapes, man. A side, B side tapes. Since a lot of dudes want to talk to A side, B side, we're gonna get the little album on the fucking tape. You're gonna have to get a Walkman. I don't know where you're gonna get it from, but you're gonna have to get one. That's not the only way this thing is gonna be distributed, and it's gonna be enclosed in a case with a little bottle of Lysol, so you can wipe your ass and wipe your mind off and just listen to that shit, man. See what I'm saying?
Welcome back, bro.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back, bro. For real. And welcome back, everybody in the chat. Y'all hit that like button. Hit the motherfucking like.
Get motivated. Hit the like button.
Now, Angel, talk to him, man. You from New York, man. How you feel about your boy Danny?
Hey, man. Man, it's not just because Danny is from New York. You know what I'm saying? Not just listen, man. Danny's a stand-up dude. Wherever you put him, man. Wherever you put Danny around the world, he is a stand-up guy, and he knows to communicate with people the correct way, like a grown man should, and conducts himself as a professional at all times. He represents his family more than anything, and himself and his family and his loved ones. So of course he's never gonna show you something crazy disrespectful, even though Danny knows how to get disrespectful and stupid and all that. That's crazy. He can get retarded, Brooklyn, he built like that, New York, built like that. But but other than that, man, Danny's just a stand-up dude. He never ducked nobody. Yeah, he got some losses, man. He got his chin took, early in the career. But you got to understand, he bounced back from that. Like all great level-headed fighters, man. He's not the greatest, but he's up there, man. He's one of the really good pound for pound dudes out there. Let's be realistic, man. He's one of the pound for pound dudes over the years, man. Lower pound for pound, but he's up there, man. So
right, he is a name.
He's a name, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's like the Charlo and Danny should have been for. Maul and Danny should have been for. I don't, you know, it's a great story, great lead up, the whole thing with, you know, him popping up and stuff. That was wonderful, man. That's the kind of thing that boxing needs right now. Not motherfuckers shaking their fucking ass, flipping cars, and getting stupid and fucking getting in all kinds of this other trouble and cherry picking and all this other shit, man. Let's do that. Let's get back down to that, man. Two dudes that genuinely look like they used to be friends, but now they don't like each other that much. And it was a great build up. They know each other from back in the day, but it looks like someone got a little bit more animosity towards another, and we can understand that. You know, I think Black, you broke down them numbers earlier, and I could see where Maul be mad too. You want to call out people, but you gotta fight real dudes. You can't be fighting goat herders with one leg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be fighting leprechauns and shit. My bad. I didn't mean to call him a leprechaun, but you know, he's short, man. That's a short dude. He's a good fighter though, man. He beat Jaime
Call this man a leprechaun.
Shout out to all my Irish people. I ain't mean nothing by that, man. You know.
Shout out to Mark.
but you know, people thought that. You know, stupid asses thought that. You know, that kind of language. You know what I'm saying? You know, they deflect and divert. It's like, yeah, man, you know, he took him to the 7th round, and that dude gave everything Jaime won't get. Yeah, but Charlo was supposed to get that dude out of there in 3 rounds. At least.
Man.
Tops. You know what I'm saying? So, but
shout out. Watch that garbage fight.
You know, it's crazy.
Shout out to Boxing Guy. He said Jacobs a real 1504 in here. Everybody showing Jacobs some love, bro. Look, and this guy Jacobs, man, it's not, you know, this guy got losses, but he still get more respect than a lot of y'all's favorite fighter.
You know
what I mean? Has anybody ever, let me ask you real quick, Andrew. Has anybody ever, have you ever heard the reputation of a dunker when it comes to Danny Jacobs? Ever?
Never, man.
Who is he duck? He's fought all the top motherfuckers in his weight class.
He's fought all his contemporaries and when he was coming up in amateurs too. All them, your favorite fighter, Danny Jacobs fought those dudes, the Sean Porters,
right?
You know, Usyks and all them dudes. He saw all them dudes coming up, man. You know, he fought Andrade several times. Andre got his number, you know, that Danny went up. Let's be realistic, man. Let's be honest and unbiased, man. Danny left 154 because of Andrade for the most part. He couldn't make the 154 weight. He's like, you know what? Let me go to 160, man. Let's be honest, man. Hey, that's my dude and everything, but that's what happened, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm not here to fucking fluff shit up.
Don't start giving too much hype. Don't start giving too much hype to Andrade. You know how they get, man.
You know how they get.
Don't do that.
But let's be serious, bro. That's
why Danny went
up to 160, right? So a lot of can argue that, right? Here's my thing, man. My thing is this. You know, you want to say, you know, people want to say, well, Danny looked like he was scared or whatever during the exchange. No, he was not. He was very sure of himself. He told the dude what it is. You know what it is. You know where you call me. You know where I'm at. I ain't ducking you. Come see me. He made several offers, lowered the zone, and now look what happened with today's video that came out with Eddie Hearn on FaceTime or whatever, live with Jamal Charlo. What was he doing? What was he saying?
Man,
did you explain to everybody what he said, Black, before I came on?
What Eddie Hearn was saying to Jamal?
To Jamal, and then what Jamal was saying.
That motherfucker, shit. When he said something, I'm paraphrasing, something along the lines of, it's amazing that somebody can make all that money, have so much money, and ain't never fallen on one, some shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just pulling his card, bro, and he in there just hitting a heavy bag, trying to, you know, swim away from questions. I guess he shouldn't even hit the link. You should have never even got on with Eddie. Eddie smoked you in that, bro. Like, what is you doing? Are you gonna talk about a fight? Or you just gonna hit the heavy bag? Right? You could have just stayed hitting the heavy bag, not even come on IG for that. These niggas be doing all kind of weird shit. I'll be just looking at the ones that want to get the fight for real. He was just trolling Charlo because he know Charlo don't want the fight. You know, he talked all this shit. He his own boss and all that. So it is what it is. I mean, they play themselves with their mouth. HypnoFist says Jacobs ain't with all of that. What you mean? What that mean? He don't want all the smoke? That what you saying? I just want to hear it. You got to prove it to me, though. Who is he ducking? Angel said the Andrade work, but, you know, I ain't trying to give too much credit to Andrade. Like y'all niggas, y'all getting y'all feelings. So there's been enough smoke with this Andrade shit. A whole lot. Shout out to Martin. Tahaka Desetti in the building. Make sure you hit the like button. Oh wow. Terrell it says Jacobs need to retire. Yeah, man. I don't know what that is right there. Yeah. It was embarrassing, bro. It was embarrassing. Maybe it ain't embarrassing to y'all. It's embarrassing to me. You know, just certain shit like, damn, bro. Just why even click the button? Don't even do it, bro. Just if you know good and well, they be trying to prove shit to their fans and prove shit to other people. Like you ain't got to do all of that, bro. You know what? Like a lot of people like to shit on Crawford. A lot of people like to shit on Thurman, maybe Porter, guys that really don't do a whole bunch on social media. They kind of more quiet when they're not fighting shit. It's like I would rather deal with them than to deal with the motherfuckers that just go be on social media all the time for the stupidest shit. For the stupidest shit. It's like, man, look, okay. You know, we know what you're doing, man. You know, you got gifted, a belt. You're feeling yourself, man. You feel like you the real champ because you got the green belt, just like Deontay did. You acting the same way Deontay Wilder is. This is why you were so hurt when Deontay Wilder lost, because that was your idol. Them Charlos really like made their blueprint off of Deontay, because I think that they was really, really impressed by how this dude can go in there and just knock somebody the fuck out. Beautiful thing, right? Until you get in there with somebody who can really box, who know the sweet science. Then it's
Word.
like, what's up, Doc?
What's up, man? Can you hear
You
me?
back?
All right.
Yeah. He said, look Charlo straight in the eye and told him what it is. He had Charlo publicly backtracking on statements he put out on the video.
Yeah,
Just
man.
keep the same energy, man. Don't if it ain't real, don't even do it. The fuck?
To address that statement Terrell Knox made, I mean, you can't even count that fight with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. because that guy didn't even show up to fight, man. You know what I mean? He didn't show up
Yeah,
to fight. So,
he dissed him and said,
but
that
can we
motherfucker
count the fight
said,
with him and Canelo? Did Danny look all that? No, he didn't, man. He didn't look all that. He looked fat, kind of. He looked too big. He's kind of stressing his body out at 160, and yeah, he made the jump in weight. I don't think he had a lackluster performance when it came down to it with Canelo. But other than that, Danny never really had a bad performance like that. So here and there with Selecki, you know, and he knocked down Selecki, right? But the thing is, man, Danny done fought a lot of dudes, man. So he
yeah,
done showed up and showed out.
he fought a lot of dudes, man. That's what stand out to me. Like, yeah, he lost some, but he fought a lot of top guys. You've seen him in a
Of
lot of
course you're gonna,
fights.
of course you're gonna lose some when you fighting a top guy.
You fighting the top.
People didn't say yo Chocolatito from back then or Muhammad Ali back then. Man, he got a loss. Man, he need to retire. Now he came back and he became a champion. They come back, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like the fact that his attitude is he ain't just trying to get in 168 just to be comfortable and fight easy fights. That nigga, he trying to go after champs. One
But
tune-up fight and getting right in there with the top.
but what was Jamal? Eddie talking about, but who you want? Who you want? Eddie was obviously alluding to you probably want Jacobs right now. He didn't even say a name. You know what I mean? He said Andrade. He kept like Waterboy and shit. You know, like fucking Waterboy. He bodies himself once again, fucks up his own promotions opportunity on dancing with his disingenuous comments. Dude is a joke, man. Again, it isn't us making up this shit with PBC. It's themselves looking completely retarded. Did you hear him punch the bag? He sounds like fucking Adam Sandler, like the water boy. Just a fucking like a fucking slow but not in a funny way kind of dude, man. And then people fall for this stupid shit. And they look fucking goofy. Like lion clown outfits and fucking big old lion heads. Searching for damn fucking bread and shit for the bag. Let's get that dough. Fucking yeast infection having asses, man. Fuck out of here, man. Tight wearing ass pants, motherfuckers, man. Choker chain ass motherfuckers, man. Fuck out of here.
You know what, man? Maybe if these motherfuckers was fighting top competition, we would let them make it with all the choker chain and anklets. But y'all ducking
Maybe
and y'all trying to
we wouldn't flame them so much if they was fighting some real dudes.
Right. They got to be on some big champ shit. I don't see it. Now, I'll give it up to Jamel, though. You know, shout out to Jamel. I'll give him his props. Jamal, I'm sorry. The other twin ain't got it together right now. He need to figure it out. He need to figure it out.
You know, and then it's always blame Eddie Hearn, man. Blame Eddie Hearn does not solve anything. You hear the man said Al's name, call Al. No, Eddie Hearn said, I thought you was your own boss. Lines Only Promotions. That's what he said, man, to the man. And he stood mum, man. He just kept hitting the bag like a water boy. I'm gonna tell my mommy. I'm gonna tell my daddy Al. I'm gonna hit this bag, I'm gonna hit your fighter like that. Nah, man, we don't believe you. We don't.
She was silly, dog. I was like, you know, that's why I did this shit on Danny Jacobs. I'm like, man, fuck even.
It's like
giving that shit attention.
It's like continuous L's. It's like continuous L's keep coming from them dudes, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, man. It got to stop at some point, right? All right, Kong, man. How you doing, bro?
Easy, King. How you doing, man? What's up, Angel?
Kong, salute, man. Oh, brother.
Easy, man. Bless it. What's up, bro? Talk to me. What are your conversations?
Well,
talking about Charlo, man. Jamal Charlo.
Well, yeah, right now we're talking about Charlo.
Charlo is a weird dude. I saw him at Eddie Hearn's live. I was like, yo, this dude got mental problems, Dread. This man look like he's a weirdo on the bag. Ugh. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, he asked them the whole time. Who you want? Andre. Oh, left-handed fighter. We know that you know that he's a left-handed fighter. You fucking dummy. You want to get a guy to fucking tell us that? You fucking idiot.
Charlo is a mental case. I was like, whoa.
He had the perfect opportunity to promote himself on the zone, and he fucking blew it like an idiot.
Yep. But now you got Shakur Stevenson crying on Twitter, saying Eddie Hearn and Josh Warrington ducked him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're going back and forth on Twitter right now. I was gonna do a video about it, but then I realized I actually don't care about Shakur Stevenson that much. So why the fuck would I do a video about that? Never mind.
I mean, what's wrong with him wanting to fight though? With Josh Warrington?
No, nothing's wrong with him wanting to fight. But Shakur is convinced that Eddie Hearn didn't send him an offer. However, I guess does Andre Ward manage him or something, or is part of his team?
Is he an advisor or manager?
So Andre Ward got it. So Eddie Hearn told Shakur, you turned the offer down. Like, we sent you an offer, you said no, right? We said, it was a solid offer, whatever. Your promoter felt like it was a solid offer. Andre Ward steps in and says, "Oh, we're not looking for no solid offers for Shakur. We're looking for something more than that." So Eddie Hearn was like, "Well, okay, you turned it down, no problem, cool." So then it's like Shakur's like, "Oh, Eddie Hearn made the right decision. He went the easy route." No, I'm like, you wanted the fight. You 13-0. You won a vacant belt against whoever.
Right.
You have an opportunity to go to England and fight this man who you just think is straight trash. You don't take the offer that's sent. Remember, you 13-0. You haven't done anything in your weight class yet. You think this dude is trash. You go fight that man. Oh, Andre was like, oh, he's crossing the pond. And he says, okay, he is crossing the pond. But it's like, for me, these young dudes in America, it's like, it's more about hype for them. You know what I'm saying? You have an offer to, like, how you going to say Josh Warrington and Eddie Hearn is taking the easy road? How you going to watch Josh Warrington's record, especially over the last, like, 4 fights? And that's easy road. Lee Selby, Frampton, Kalia 5. I mean, damn. You go fight that man. Don't say they ducking you when they sent you an offer and you said no. Okay, well, what's your counter offer, sir?
Right. What's the counter? Right, I got you.
No counter offer, but everybody's ducking you. But that's just me. I'm like, I was gonna make a video about it, but I was like, I actually don't care enough. So whatever.
You'll probably still do it later.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, nothing else going on.
Sorry about that though, man. But Charlo,
nigga, get your flame off on that shit. I mean,
I just thought it was I just think it's ridiculous. Like, okay, what is the price on being great? Josh Warrington said, well, come over. Here's the offer. It's not like Shakur Stevenson is popping no big shit in America.
Mm-hmm.
He's not selling out nowhere. You 13-0 with a belt. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have a chance to go wash this dude in England. Go wash him. Take his belt.
Right.
And then the world is yours. But it's just a bunch of bullshit. Whatever, man. Get out of here.
I mean, I feel you. I got the same energy with that. It's like, I hate when, especially like you said, 13 fights, you want to, make it about, okay, the business got to be right all of a sudden. At this early. You know what I mean? Like, won't you just, I don't know, man. So many people done got away from the one face, one name to where it's just like, man, like, make these fights happen for boxing, for your legacy. And I want to see the numero uno in every division. Well,
let me ask you
about that shit.
Let me ask you a 1-2 kid. What is 13-0?
Shout out to 1-2 kid.
What is 13-0? Just won a vacant belt, Shakur Stevenson worth to go to England. What I mean, he's not selling out nowhere, not yet anyway.
Like, even though he's a champ, I think at this stage he still should be acting as if he's a contender. Like, you should be trying to get another belt like as if it's your first one, especially since it was so easy. It was so easy you getting your first one. But I don't know. Hey, 1-2 kid, what's your thoughts on that though?
On Shakur?
Yeah, that little situation. You think that he should have just, took whatever there was an offer made. So do you consider that a duck?
Man, I don't get it, honestly, man. Yeah, and he's one of my favorite young bucks too. He is my favorite young buck out of all of them, skill wise. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta take it as it comes, man. You gotta take it as it comes. You know what I mean?
I just feel like this. If, like Aaron Cohn said, if there's no counter, then you're not really showing you want the fight. The fight is not a strong enough interest for you. If you're not going to even counter the offer that you denied, that don't make sense. So if somebody's making an offer, that means the Warrington side wanted the fight. If you disagree with it, you got to counter it. You don't counter it, you just like, well, I'd rather go a different route than negotiate with you or whatever.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Hey, ain't no way around it. I mean, you got to show at least you're willing to get the smoke. You know what I mean? If you say if it's an underbid, say, you tell your promoter to counter the offer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Say, look, man, that's exactly. Go ahead.
So yeah, shit. That's where the heat belongs then. You know what I mean? It belongs on Shakur for not taking it.
What's that from Trav? He didn't want to do VADA? What's that? Trav said guy didn't want to do VADA. Is that so?
Oh wow. I thought I heard something about it. See, Trav be knowing that inside shit with VADA. He know who getting in that program and who not, who refused to get in it. If Shakur was mixed up with that, like, shit. I mean, yeah, there was something up. Remember, he got dropped out the WBC, right? Yeah, he dropped out the WBC rankings. And Trav he'll correct us in the chat. But if I'm not mistaken, Shakur did drop out the WBC to go after the WBO. But he didn't get into the program or some shit.
Man, look here. How many? You 13-0. You just got a belt. You have an opportunity to go to England in a big stadium fight, beat up Josh Warrington. If you think you so much better than this man, go watch this man in front of everybody, and then the world is yours. You only 13 fights in. It's not like you 40-something fights in like Wilder, and you might be like, oh, I'm a vet. Bro, you're a rookie. You have an opportunity now to go do something great.
And you snatching up the English audience in the process.
Come on,
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
So,
I mean,
And then,
shit.
but hold on. But here's what's weird. He responds to Eddie and say no offer was made to me. But remember, I just said Andre Ward responded earlier and said, "Well, we don't want any solid offers. We want something more." So obviously, they did get an offer. They just didn't like the offer.
Right. Just keep it all the way 100.
I mean, it's like, bro, just shut up.
Denied the
Man.
offer. Don't.
You
It's
don't.
like, damn, it's crazy, bro.
You don't
a
want to
little
go to
early in the
England.
beginning.
Fine. Go
It's a
ahead.
little early in the game to be ducking Vada, no?
Yeah,
Bro, I mean, I forgot about that shit. Somebody just brought that up. A Trav just
Trav did.
whoever comment. Yeah, but he did get dropped out the WBC before he became sued at WBO to become champ. He was in the WBC rankings, and if I remember correctly, he got dropped out the rankings because he wouldn't get in Nevada in the CBP.
Yeah, that's bad business, man.
Yeah,
That's bad.
So I always pay attention to
that's
shit
true,
like
that's
that.
bad business, man.
And what was crazy is not trying to say that it had anything to do with that, but you know, shortly after that nigga started getting them KOs. It was a little difficult at first. Just saying.
Starts raising
that shit
questions.
started to come though. So, God,
but hold on. But I'm saying you don't want to go to England. Okay, fine. But bro, is it Bob Arum? Tell Bob, hey Bob, send this man a sizable offer so we can get him over here. I mean, just be quiet, man. Just say you don't want to go, you don't want to fight this man, and that's it. Don't. But what I hate is these dudes. What they like to do is turn offers down, like Ruiz did, or I turn the offer down, but you ducking me. What?
You got to make it make sense on this side. Yeah, it's not.
Man,
Nah,
just
ain't
stop,
that
man. Just
ain't
stop, man.
enough.
But anyway, that was my little ridiculousness today.
I mean, it's a good argument. Definitely a good argument.
Is.
Some people gonna like it. Some people not gonna like it. But you gotta deal with the truth. You gotta deal with it.
Hey,
I mean, yeah.
I'm a Shakur fan, and none of that shit sounds good to me.
Nope.
None of it.
You gotta keep it real though, because I like his fighting style. I think has a brighter future than Devin Haney. But we still got to remember, like, there's certain things that, you know, hey, you turned down your first unification fight. You did. You declined it. You could say somebody else ducking, but if it was an offer made and you just didn't like it and you didn't counter it, hey, that's a duck, fam. That's a duck.
Yeah.
You can't say like you want to fight and then when an offer gets made, just because you don't like it up front, now you want to act like, oh, forget this shit. It's just like Deontay Wilder. Like the first offer he didn't like, and then it's like, fuck it. Fuck dealing with them because I didn't like the first time we negotiated.
I mean, should Josh Warrington come to America as if like Shakur Stevenson has some big following in America, whatever, or Shakur Stevenson goes to England, which is the bigger fight? Shakur Stevenson ain't selling out nowhere in America, man. He ain't got no big following in America. You know what I'm saying? You, bro, as Boxing Finesse said, Kell Brook went to England and did his thing. And look at where Kell Brook, look at where Errol Spence is now.
And I give him props for that. I gave him props in the past for that too. Earl Spence
Look
did go
is,
to another country and win.
And Brook
Bud
came
Crawford
here.
did it too.
And Brook came here and won the championship.
And beat Porter. Yep.
Facts. No, all of a sudden, dudes who 13-0, winning vacant titles, talking shit. What?
Yeah. It's too early for this, man. Yeah. That's why I said he should be still thinking like a contender.
Yeah.
You know, treat the unification like, damn, this is my first belt. I gotta be hungry. I gotta stay humble.
What was you asking about that?
Bridges.
Hey, big ups to you, dog, man. I appreciate that video. That shit was lit.
Oh, thank you, man.
That shit was dope, bro.
Well, I appreciate all the support you give me. So
yeah, man. Hopefully, man, people just start flooding over there, man, because you know they gotta check out your content.
Yeah, man. 1-2K got some good shit over there, man.
You do too, Ironcone.
Just
you go live more.
1-2K did a live stream, right? I wake up like 6 a.m. He's on, and I look, it's like 5 hours in. I'm like, that means 1-2K didn't sleep.
Oh, hold on. That's the only thing I forgot to add into the video. I was like, if you want the 5 or 6 hour live stream, I should have added that. Damn, I forgot.
I was like, 1-2K was on one, bro. He's like 5 hours in. I'm just waiting to go to work. I'm like, what?
Now I dozed off during that stream like twice.
Red
So
said he
did
dozed
Red.
off too. Yeah.
That was funny too.
I
But
missed that whole shit.
Smoke didn't. That he could talk, man.
Yo, Smoke is, yeah, man. I like Smoke though, man.
Yeah,
He's a talker, man. I like it. What was y'all saying about Danny Jacobs, Black?
Well, hold on real quick before I get to that. Let me read this comment. Trev says he was dropped from the WBC rankings for not enrolling in the CBP. Then he didn't want to do VADA for the WBO title against his fucking brother-in-law. Golden Boy pressed for it, and he finally gave in. Damn.
Trav D. Trav D with the breaking news.
Yeah, but you know, Trav said this before. I just forgot because, you know, shit happens, you know, day by day, this boxing shit. But Trav did bring that to us when it first happened. I was like, damn. He had the sources and everything. It's like, fuck. But that's how it be, man. Yeah. All right, but as far as Danny Jacobs, man, just like Iron Kong, when it comes to Danny Jacobs, have you ever heard of him ducking anybody?
No, Danny Jacobs got no hole in him.
No hole in him at all.
None. You know, this is a man who walks up on people in hallways. So he ain't got no hole in him. I seen him walk up on people in hallways, surrounded by them people. Walked up on Gabe Rosado in a hotel lobby.
Yep.
I was just like, yo, this dude is no, but he ain't got no hole in him. He fought Triple G, he fought Canelo. He ready. He ready to go. So really, Danny Jacobs for me is one of the last real ones left. The rest of these dudes, I don't know, man.
Damn. Shout out to Danny Jacobs being one of the last real ones left, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. These other guys, dude, it makes it hard for you to even be a boxing fan.
I'm telling you, man. So I don't know. I'm excited to see him. You see, this Corona shit, man, he fucked a lot of things up because he wasn't being lined up for at least the Callum Smith fight, but I think they're gonna put him in there with Rosado next because he said he want to fight Rosado. So
Rosado.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's just a fight between them. I think that's just a fight that they both want to do. It doesn't get him anywhere, but hey, why not? Because I think
just to get adjusted, you know, one fight to get adjusted to the weight.
Yeah, but I think they were also talking about putting him in there with John Ryder and the winner would fight Callum Smith, right?
Oh, for Jacobs?
Yeah, because remember Ryder had the controversy, so they were like, you know, because John Ryder also said he wanted to fight Jacobs. He would even go to America. It's no problem, right? And that would have made sense because then you have the winner fighting Callum Smith, which is a good fight. I mean, but I guess a Rosado fight is a good fight too. He's, you know, Jacobs said he'd go to Philly and fight him. He don't care. I was like, this dude is like, yo,
you pull up.
Yeah, you go. You don't care.
Yep. So I mean, not a lot of people, and people don't even really talk about him that much, man. They don't even give him the promo that
he ain't a hype dude.
Getting.
He ain't a hype dude. He ain't one of these dudes who's on Twitter or all this other dumb shit. He quiet, but you know, I like him.
Right.
I like him.
So, Danny, we see you though, man. You're doing your thing. I mean,
yeah, man.
At least there's one Danny out here doing the right thing and shit. Danny Garcia, sometimes he be tripping.
Okay, Angel going.
Oh yeah. Right. Angel, come back on here. Hold on.
There's only one Danny. There's only one Danny. He's a champ. He's a champ.
Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, they never crossed paths in the amateurs, huh? Because he was always bigger than Danny, huh? Garcia.
Yeah.
Boxing finesse. Caleb was Jacobs one. Caleb Plant ain't gonna fight nobody, man. Caleb Plant is a weird dude, man. He gonna stay over at PBC land. He said he got high views on FS1 or FS2 or some shit. Like Caleb Plant. Oh, you know, why would I go to the zone? You know, I got some of the most views on FS2 or FS1.
Oh shit!
I don't give a fuck about that, yo.
You said you got the most views on FS1?
Some shit. Like I was like, bro, no, that's cool. Those are free channels. Nobody like. These PBC guys, man, I just don't know.
I think sometimes just anything come out their mouth just to make sure that they can keep up with the debate or something. Like, what the
I just don't know, bro. These guys are just weird, man. But Danny Jacobs, right? I think Danny Jacobs would do well. Is going to do well at 160. I would like to see him in there with Callum Smith because Danny has good movement, and I'm not sure who is his coach or trainer now since him and Rozier fell out.
I don't. Hey, 1-2 Kid, do you know Jacob's new trainer?
No, I don't.
Wow.
Anybody in the chat? Danny Jacobs' new trainer.
Because before Rozier, he was kind of a blood and guts guy. Yeah, he was like a guy who would be in there, want to bang it out. But I see him trying to work on some things with Chavez, where he's more in and out.
Carlos, that's a good comment. He said nobody can really fault him, except for the Andrade, because he said that was his friend or whatnot. But if that's the case, you got to fault them both.
Yeah, but then he left the division. Though at 160,
he did leave the division.
I'm not going to fight you, so I'm going to leave the division. I'm gone. So that's not a problem.
Right. And I mean, it's not like Danny Jacobs out here still screaming and saying that he want to fight Andrade. Andrade was at 160. If he really still wanted to fight him, he would have possibly stayed there, or fought him instead of Canelo. That could have happened. He didn't unify with Andrade. He unified with Canelo.
Right.
Came up short. So
right.
That was his choice. And then he went up. He had problems staying there with the weight. So
yeah.
You gotta get that one up out of there. Yeah. Boxing guy said Plant called Danny washed up. Oh, well, I mean, Danny said that he the weakest link, so hopefully that fight happens.
Yeah. Plant don't step. He in PBC land, man. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people hoping that Danny's gonna leave Eddie Hearn and go back over to PBC.
Oh wow.
So I think Danny has 2 fights left with Matchroom or something. So yeah. So people hoping that he leave Eddie Hearn. So
but he's still with Heyman, right?
Yeah, I guess advisor, but Danny Jacobs ain't like the rest of these dudes, like Charlo and these people.
Which is strange to me. Like if he's advised by Al Heyman and still can do Matchroom and his own shit, like it don't make sense. Like they be the fighter, man. These fighters just be ducking, man. Y'all got to get past this call out shit. We know what that shit means.
All facts.
Danny Jacobs' new trainer is Farid Samad. He used to train Zab Judah and Devin Haiti in the past.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we gotta see. Was he training him when he fought Chavez?
I believe so. Since November 15th, when he broke up with Rozier. So was that?
Because he fought.
Yeah,
when did he fight Chavez? I didn't even watch that garbage ass shit. I didn't do that big. I was uninterested when I found out that they was gonna let Chavez get away with the not testing with VADA. I was like, man, fuck this nigga, bro. And I was mad at Jacobs just for still going through with the fight, because Chavez was probably juiced and everything, and still quit.
Ain't that a goddamn shame though? You did all that and still quit. Get out of here, man. Still
quit. Juiced up.
Somebody should have hit you with an enchilada or something, man. You ain't shit.
Threw their whole food plate at your ass. That dumb ass shit. Somebody be so mad they hungry and everything. They wasted all their damn dinner on your face because your stupid ass.
So you double pissed.
Everybody.
You double pissed. I spent money to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw my food at you. So I'm gonna go home unsatisfied and hungry.
Right. And then somebody else probably gonna get whooped on in the parking lot because you're still mad. Like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah, he was with his new trainer because he fought in December. So he split with his old coach in November. So yeah.
Pochek said Plant calling out Canelo. Do y'all think Canelo will entertain that? Think that's a fight that can still happen, or I think they're getting really, really quiet now. Like Canelo's side, it's not really. I don't know. They went to the moon or something. They'll be back.
I don't know. I'm trying to wonder if Canelo has already started the process in going back down, because he was up there to fight Billy Joe, but I think he'll still fight Billy Joe. I think he'll still fight him.
Billy Joe.
Yeah, I think he'll still fight him. Yeah,
it's crazy, man. 2 back-to-back fights. There's always some issues that could still be on the surface. Carlos dropped the link. What is up? Devin Haney
Yeah, they reinstated him.
as champion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, reinstated as paper champion. Same thing.
Well, hey, man. I mean, you got a blank paper now. It's time to write some shit on that paper.
Yeah.
I mean,
For the record, y'all, Lomachenko is the real champ to me. So.
Yeah, well, WBC fucked that up. WBC, I don't know. These people are just fucking stupid. Franchise champ, this champ.
Canelo started it. Canelo was the chosen one. The first.
Yep. Dumb shit.
So that's how that shit started. Remember? And then I heard they forcefully put it on Lomachenko. I heard. Was that true though? Was it not his choice? They just made him become franchise. Just took the belt from him. That's
gotta suck because he said he didn't want it, but me and D had this conversation. Me and D was saying, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
D was saying like the same thing you were saying. He's saying that probably wasn't even in Lomachenko's hands. That probably was his promoter and the WBC. And it's like, he was like, that probably wasn't even his choice.
I don't understand about that one though, because franchise is more attached to like ticket sales and dough and money.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I don't for Lomachenko, it don't make sense.
Yeah, he don't do no big.
What's the purpose of it? Yeah,
I mean, he don't do no big pay-per-views or nothing like that.
Unless it was a for real duck. Like, okay, just put me in a safe space because I don't even want to fight this nigga Devin.
Oh,
but if they did it, you see what I'm saying? So, but if they did it, because we know he ain't bringing money like that. So,
right.
What other reason? Unless I don't know, maybe down the road, WBC is like he can make us some money down the road, so we gotta protect him.
Yeah, Canelo, I understand, and even if Manny Pacquiao held one, I would get it. You know what I'm saying? But a guy like him, I mean, he's talented, no doubt about it. He's earned his spot in pound for pound, no doubt about it. But franchise,
how come Wilder didn't get one?
That don't even match.
They should have, before he fought Fury.
Yeah, give him a franchise champ. So yeah, I'm still franchise champ. 50-50.
Well, they was talking about making him the PBC champ, no?
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. They moonwalk from that shit.
Thank God.
That was all predicated on if Ruiz beat AJ, they were gonna do a PBC belt and all this bullshit.
Oh man! And then he just ate.
Started
eating.
Thank God for Tyson Fury. We would have been all screwed up, man. Could you imagine that mess?
What?
Franchise championships, PBC belts running around.
Oh yeah.
There'd be no unifications, man.
No, I mean
after that.
Thank God for AJ and Fury. Shit.
Well, it wouldn't be no shot at the unified champs. In that case, you know what I mean? They'd just be picking and choosing who they're scrapping with.
Listen, man. I don't mind if the PBC wants to have their own belt. Go ahead, have your own belts because that's how you act anyway, right? So go ahead, have your own belts. No, that's fine. Go have your own belts.
I mean, yeah.
The problem is you shouldn't have access. You shouldn't have access to the belts that are traditionally associated with boxing. Then don't fight for the WBC. Don't fight the WBO. Nothing. Fight for your belt.
Yeah,
because they're basically monopolizing anyway. So
that's fine.
They separating themselves in the process, so might as well just say, "Hey, do your own thing."
That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, boxing has too much belts anyway. The problem is the PBC wants to have access to the normal sanctioning bodies belts, but want to operate like the UFC, which is a self-contained business, self-contained organization. Right. You can't do both.
They're playing both ways. Yep. They want the cake and eat it too. That's a fact.
I don't like that. If you want to do like the UFC, go right ahead. Have your own belt. That's fine. But then don't still try and bully you.
So did the WBC make a deal with Devin Haney due to all of this recent racist heat he was getting? They're like, look, man, you just go ahead and apologize. We'll reinstate you as WBC champ. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, he already apologized, didn't he?
So is this his reward? He got rewarded for doing apologizing. It happened right after. You gotta look at the timing. So for a while he was pissed off like that.
Was he?
Huh?
He wasn't stripped of his other title.
Yeah.
It was in recess or something.
No, he got stripped. Nigga, at first they was about to just move on without him, and he had to actually, make his voice heard, talking about, I'm ready right now. I can just reinstate me, whoop-de-whoop. Because they had pretty much
they stripped him
for
his they stripped him for his comments, or they stripped him for his
injury? They stripped him for his injury.
Inactivity and shit.
But my thing is, how you gonna strip Devin Haney for a minor shoulder surgery, but you're not gonna strip Errol Spence, who did a Knight Rider Fast and Furious move and survived and hasn't fought since. But that's cool. No, I hate the WBC, bro.
We talked about this earlier on another live, and that's what we brought up. There's like, how can you strip a guy who got injured during training and not strip a guy who was doing extracurricular activities that he wasn't supposed to be doing and got injured? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't make sense.
That's a fact. He was out doing what he do, not boxing, trying to race home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Man, get out of here. But hey, man.
But yeah, bro. I mean, this motherfucking this era now, man. But thank goodness for guys like Jacobs, man. Still keep us wanting to watch boxing. Guys like him, whoever he fights, whether it's Rosado or somebody else, I'm gonna tune in. You know what I mean? Same thing with like Sean Porter. Hey, whenever he fights, I'm gonna tune in. I don't care if they got multiple losses. They ain't got to be number one pound for pound for me to watch them. You casual niggas, y'all worried about protecting them and watching them, but I'm gonna watch the ones that at least got that warrior mentality. Yeah,
they dare to scrap.
And they touching M's. Like, what y'all think about that? I was talking about that earlier. Like,
touching M's.
Yeah, you seen that these frauds, they be acting like they touching all of this money. Then you go pull their resume, you be like, what the fuck? But the ones that's actually got the best resume have fought tougher competition, making the most money.
Right.
Like, what is these ducking ass niggas talking
famous,
about?
Man. They don't want to be great.
Somebody said they just doing it for the gram. They're not even doing it for the money. Who told me that shit? That shit had me dying laughing. Somebody left me a comment.
That was me.
Was it you? Yeah.
Said if he ain't doing it for legacy and he ain't doing it for the bag, he must be doing it for the gram.
He's doing that shit for the gram now, bro. God damn. And making a fool out of himself.
Call out.
Right. I don't believe in that no more.
Yo, I think L doing something for them that he just ain't talking about. Because if they're that comfortable, man, he must be doing something. He must be helping them out, or he must got some sort of plan for them. Because they're not fighting with him.
What could you be possibly doing for me?
Don't know. That I don't know. But they don't seem to be, too distraught about the whole situation. They're never complaining about their finances. So
I'm gonna be real, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, 1-2 Kid. I think it's more like this. They may see more money on the other across the pond, right? On the other side of the street. But I think that they don't want to get the reputation as a sellout by getting money from Eddie Hearn. And they rather get less money to be with a nigga, that they say is, he's the brother, this is the black man that we look up to, the Godfather, even if it's less money.
Oh no, man.
They want to feel like they keeping it real by just getting mediocre fights, making whatever, mediocre money compared to these other guys that signing with like Bob Arum or Eddie Hearn. They getting bread. And they getting better fights. Better resume. Why them dudes is over there just trying to be loyal to, Black Power, Al Heyman.
Well,
crazy.
Money talks, man. I think that's just the narrative that a lot of the fans come up with on both sides, and they push that. You know what I mean? Because they don't know what's going on, and I think that's the conclusion that a lot of folks come up with in the process. But in actuality, they got to be seeing something. They got to be seeing something to be content, You don't just get content.
I'll be content with some sources other than what they report.
Right. I hear you.
I look at reports. I see what's reported. See net worth, and I'm like, okay, whatever other money y'all talking about, was no reports. I don't see any documentation. So all this mysterious stuff, hey, I don't know what to do with that. Anybody can look comfortable on camera.
That's true too.
A ugly bitch can look like a bad bitch on IG.
They can come up with excuses on camera too, to avoid telling you the truth. I mean, the media gonna lie to you 24/7 too. So I don't buy into. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it, man. I gotta see it. So if something going on behind closed doors, I'm like, yeah, well, you know.
You know what? And this is my thing. All of the rich motherfuckers ain't scared to show you what they got. All the scared, like all the rich motherfuckers, you know how much their net worth is. Ain't no mysterious shit to it. Shit. The Forbes, all that. You know what they getting. They ain't worried about it. The niggas that who ain't really making nothing, they don't want that shit to be revealed. It's a mystery. Yeah, right. It's not even worth mentioning. Because if we mention this shit, we gonna realize you just been ducking, nigga. Every time. Settling for this weak shit.
Yeah, and motherfuckers, they will dig into your information and they'll put that shit out there.
When I saw that Andrade made more than his net worth and it's just in his last fight, I said, oh, hell nah, bro. This shit is just ridiculous, man. Jamal Charlo can't be out here fronting like this, man. You ain't getting bread like that.
Yo, with that offer, wouldn't that match about what he made in his career?
Hey,
I mean, on paper and in the media.
7 times what he made in his whole career, bro.
That's crazy.
7 fucking times his net worth if he would have took the Andrade work. Unbelievable. That's crazy. He turned it down. Unification. The guy that he said squeaky auto-tune voice. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, he said, what did he say to him too? Oh, you broke, you need some money? Is that why you chasing us around? Remember when you said that to Andre?
I need some money.
Hey man, I checked the records. The man made
you broke.
He made 1.5 against Keeler, 1.5 the fight before that, the fight before that, 800,000 the fight before that. This man just eclipsed net worth 1 million as of
seven multi stacks. Like, nah, I'm good.
One fight, dog. One fight deal, and the man said, "Nah, I'm good." I'm gonna call Al. Unbelievable.
Look what IBT said, man. They ducking that guy who
Charlo ducking gets highest payday for a guy who's easy. If he's so easy, then take his belt and his dough. I mean, it's simple shit.
Did it too. Wilder did it too. 120 million multi-stacks.
Yeah. Bro, we were just talking about that with Shakur.
He ain't no competition. He too easy. I ain't taking that 120 million. He ain't no competition. Fuck.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's like robbery, man. I feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know? Well, I'm gonna speak and believe and receive
it's
that.
Like, I don't know. It's like all these young fighters over on that side, it's like, because we just talked about Shakur saying the same thing, because Eddie Hearn is still going back and forth with these people. You know Eddie Hearn don't care. He bored right now. He got a lot of time on his hands and he don't care. Yeah, and they better leave Hearn alone. He'll actually show the goddamn contract.
Yeah, man.
So he just caught them just now saying, so which is it? The offer was solid, or I didn't send you an offer at all. I mean, what is it? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is all these Charlo and Shakur and Wilder, all these guys got the same exact logics in their head. Everybody trash, but I'm not going. I'm not going to go fight them.
Right.
But everybody trash them.
I'm not going to risk my O to fight some trash.
AJ a pussy. You know what I'm saying? He mentally weak. All this. Andre, easy work. All that. Right. But
Andre, squeaky auto-tune voice. Meet me at the Wilder fight.
Come to Wilder fight. I bet you don't come to Wilder fight.
Yeah.
I'll slap you.
Yeah. Me at the Wilder fight.
But when he gave him the contract, he was like, "It's me again." And he fucking didn't want it.
He did not want that word. I don't know if it's a predator look or what. Them nigga was not with that work at all. $7 million. Eddie Hearn was appalled. Hey, I recall Eddie Hearn's face, man, just to the whole situation is hilarious to him because he's like, this man turned down $7 million.
You see, they need to leave Hearn alone because Hearn really would show the contracts, right? He don't like.
He already did.
I think the Charlo situation really just pushed him over the edge because, as he said, he's tired of it. He's pissed off now. Like, don't call me a liar. Don't play with me. I'm saying you should show the contract.
Man, he's appalled out here. He really cannot believe that these motherfuckers are ducking.
Hey, man,
super ducking for these little minimal bucks. Ducking for minimal bucks.
Did he stomp out of the Wilder fight? Did he pout on the way out, Charlo?
Hell yeah, him. He was the main one.
Wasn't he crying or something? Yeah.
He probably did when he went up the escalator, but
escalator, right? And his brother had to
his
brother had to rub his back or something.
Huh?
Wasn't his brother rubbing his back or something? He's okay, man.
Oh shit.
It's okay. Bro.
Hey, I really felt like that loss really just affected him majorly. I feel like the Charlos, like even Spence, like all of them, you know, they looked up to Deontay Wilder like majorly. Like they wanted to be a devastating puncher just like Deontay. But why would the energy and the reaction from it?
Why would Spence look up to Wilder? Spence has accomplished more than Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a fact.
Am I lying? I mean,
through his whole career.
But listen, this is before he became unified. Like he hasn't fought since he got the second belt. Remember Sean beat his ass, or since then he. So now he probably feel like he's above Deontay because he unified. But before that, it was just like he had a belt, Deontay had a belt, but Deontay had almost all knockouts, and he come in with the incredible spaceship show and Black Power show and shit. He just you know how Deontay do. It's all about showmanship, entertainment.
Yeah, all about playing dress up.
Yeah. Getting the right costume designers for the right.
I think Spence moved way better than Wilder did. I mean, he went to England and picked up that championship.
He did, bro. He did. We ain't gonna forget about that.
He went over the pond and was like, "Nah, I'm taking that with me."
Yes, sir.
Yep. He was not afraid too. He could not get in his head. He was determined.
That's when I was buying that scrap season shit. I was like, yeah, he over here doing it.
But he didn't keep the same energy.
Nah, he don't recognize that WBO.
He didn't start saying nothing about Carl Al until Bud Crawford entered the welterweight division. Am I right or wrong? Did he ever use that with anybody else?
Nope.
I just want to know because with all the fights, first he was the boogeyman chasing everybody, so he would be the one making offers. So, but when it came to Bud Crawford, then it was just like, okay, you got to call out for this fight. You got.
Now we're talking about not even fighting Ponytail.
I don't know what to think about it. Keith. Chief Keith.
Oh.
Yeah, Chief Keith. What you think about that, man? What's your opinion on Errol not wanting to fight Keith right now? Or ever, probably. I don't know.
I think Keith, I don't know. Keith Thurman need to go and Crawford.
You think Keith should go after that Crawford work?
I think Keith Thurman has had his rear for a while. He was able to he got the Manny Pacquiao fight,
Yeah.
Hello, you breaking up? Is it me?
I think he was breaking up. Hey, 1-2 Kid, is he breaking up or is it me?
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, he was breaking up a little bit.
Let me log out.
Okay.
Let me log out then. Let me log out.
All right.
But the thing with Keith is Keith even in the game? Like, he gotta want it, man.
You don't think he's motivated after that loss?
Not the way he was talking when he called everybody out and then was back moonwalking at the same time.
Talk about what he said, like Spence's priority. But then you know what he need to do? He need to take Spence off the priority list if Spence is already saying like you're not a priority of mine. So
Right. He should take Manny off the list too, because Manny, he already got that work, and Manny moving the fuck on. And he ain't sticking around to. You think Manny gonna rematch Keith for what?
Nah, I don't think he will.
For what? Don't get me wrong, it was a great fight. I wouldn't mind watching it, but
yeah,
Manny ain't gonna fight him again.
Yeah, I doubt it, bro. Even though he got a little bit of bag, I don't know how much Manny got to fight him. Probably like 20 or something, maybe. You think he got that much to face Keith?
I think he probably got a little more than that.
I'm thinking like minimum, like base, like a 20. I know it was good money, but not like that to get, because Keith gonna hit him, you know. And we know Keith is a warrior. You can't just get him out with one shot. He's gonna be there.
They must have gave him a damn lucrative offer for him to join the PBC and then take a Keith fight. So, like I said, I think L
give props for Keith,
though. L be adding shit to that check.
Huh?
I think L be adding some shit to that check. That's why I think these guys is cool with him, because I mean, shit.
You think he might give them like an advance, and then over time they paying it back in installments and shit per fight?
I don't know, man.
I think that's possible, but other than that, I mean, that might be what it is. He might give them like an advance up front, like, look, you signing with us, you getting this, and you're gonna get your cut per fight, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna give me back my cut when I advance you, like a record deal, because he's from the music industry, so it kind of, you know, would make sense, you know.
Yeah.
I think they get advances when they sign with PBC. So Pacquiao probably got some upfront money. Yeah. And he probably had to, you know, he got a certain amount of fights he got to give. Just like when remember Showtime gave Mayweather that deal?
Yeah.
Then he get some upfront money, I think, and then, you know, don't get from wrong, but you know, then again.
People got their ways, man. You know, people got their ways of doing stuff.
But you're right, though. Al got something on the niggas. Something.
He helping them out somehow. Content. Yeah, he helping them out with something, man. Otherwise, you know, why would they be sticking around? He must be taking care of them somehow.
Maybe he buying the properties and all they gotta do is buy the furniture and shit, furnish it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he'll pull up to a crib and be like, yeah, man, it's only $200. I just put it on the thing.
Only thing is, Al can show up at any given point. Like, nigga, this is my house. You just live here. It's your furniture. Nigga, so, you know, it's a nice couch and all that shit, but don't even trip, nigga, because all this shit will be out. This is my shit.
You can't live in your couch.
Hotel promotions, nigga, fucking around with me.
But I mean, think
shoe
about
program.
Shit, colleges do that shit too. How do you think why people sign with certain colleges? You know what I'm saying? Just because they ain't out there.
You see what Hypno said? He says, Heyman helped Manny rectify his tax problems with the IRS. Oh. That's why Manny was fighting abroad for his last top-ranked fights.
There you go.
So a lot of niggas get favors done, or advances and shit. So they got
maybe his lawyers make moves, and if it's saving him money, he's paying him more than, you know what I'm saying, than someone else. Because, you know, if you owe this amount of money and you get paid this amount of money and you ain't got a debt, it still adds up to the amount of money all as a whole. You know what I mean? So, hey. Whatever he's doing a good job of it, because ain't nobody going nowhere.
He's staying put.
They are staying put. I'll give them that.
They don't never say nothing negative. You'll never hear them say nothing negative about Al.
I think one dude did, and then he apologized. He apologized. Who was it? The dude that Andre fought. He came back and apologized. I was like, I'm so sorry. You did so good for me. I'm so stupid. Yeah, it's like shit. But it is what it is, man. He must be doing something for these guys, man. But as for Danny, though, I think Danny's a good fighter, man. I think Danny's a good fighter too. I just think that I put him almost in the same line as Parker, the heavyweight. They got all that talent, but they just don't press on the gas. They don't have the desire to, you know. They kind of just content in the ring where they could just get by. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to get guys out of there and putting it together. And but they'll have spurts of it. Like, you know what I mean? Jacobs will look great for like, you know, half a round or a couple times during the fight. You know what I'm saying? But if the guy's a bigger name, you can't get away with that shit. That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Came up short in his biggest fights. And but only thing I can say, I give him big props for always willing to fight the best competition.
Oh yeah, me too.
That's
out
what
practically unscathed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Against some killers. So that tells you where his skill set is off the bat. You know what I mean? To even come out like that would tell you. And he's mixing it up here and there, so his skill set is up there. But I mean, why not push it to the next level and take it? You know what I mean?
Right. I know. I see what you're saying. Like down the stretch, you don't really have that killer instinct, that drive to just really that takeover mentality. What you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
I say this is my property. You know what I'm saying? This square circle belongs to me. You know, I put in the work to put you where I want you now. Now I'm just
I feel what you're saying, because it is guys like maybe a Floyd. You know, of course, Canelo. When you know certain guys, Crawford. When you get in the ring with them, you know that's their ring. They ain't not trying to give you no momentum at all. Nigga, you in here with me. I'm not in here with you. You have to deal with me.
They keep stealing it from you throughout the fight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out a way to get out of it. And while you playing checkers, they playing chess. You trying to land a punch, and they thinking about what they're going to do, how they're going to do this. They analyzing everything you doing while you going into your bag of tricks and pulling out everything early. They're like, oh, he does this. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? He's smart, man. Really intelligent individual. And that's how you make it in the sport, is with intelligence. You can't just have that one hitter quitter. I mean, if you get lucky, you could get through a career like that, but not when you run into a guy who's smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Find yourself.
That's true, bro. The smartest one stay on top the longest, man.
It's a fact. It's a full fact.
It's a fact, man.
He said he should have never re-signed with Top Rank back in 2010.
You talking about Crawford? I don't know why people keep saying, oh, unless you're talking about Pacquiao or some shit.
He did Pacquiao dirty. Yeah.
You say he should have gone to Golden Boy Promotions. Well, like you said with Al, maybe Bob was doing something for Pacquiao at that time where he just was staying with him. Hey,
well, I tell you what, maybe. You know what I mean? Or he, like, I think some other people said it, or he pulled him out the dumps. You know what I'm saying? And gave him a shot. And that's a hell of a promoter to have on your side. I mean, he did have De La Hoya, he did have Mayweather, and he did have Pacquiao. So those are some massive names on top of history. You talking Ali, and you you could go further and further back. Like, this dude had the big names. But I agree, man. But he did kind of screw him over. But I do remember when Golden Boy tried to snatch Pacquiao, tried to give him a bag of money and shit.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, yep. They tried to snatch him up.
Do you think that would have been a good move for him, or you think that he made the right decision, just staying with
I think he made the right decision at the time, but I think a Golden Boy move or the Zone move or even the PBC move wasn't a bad move at all, because he wasn't going to put Crawford and Manny.
I mean, he's a money magnet, so it's like he's a free agent.
It don't matter where he go now, because his name is already there. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Manny Pacquiao. God damn it.
But
being a big name.
Yeah, Bob did kind of try to kick him to the dirt and keep him under contract just to have that name on his roster, but wasn't really feeding him the way he was supposed to anymore. He stopped. You know what I mean? He stopped giving him that shine, and he lost him. So big ups to him. Big ups to Manny for making moves. But I think later on, if he did go to the PBC, but if he had went to Golden Boy, I think it would have worked out well for him, because there was a lot of stuff going down with Golden Boy. They had a lot of cross promotions going on. They were getting rid of that one guy there. He was in and out for a minute. I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name offhand. And I think he works with. Does he work with the PBC now? The Spanish dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know you're talking about. Nah, I don't think he with PBC, because he used to help Mayweather. That was Mayweather's favorite guy to work with. He was upset when he got fired or some shit, right? Or when he left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mayweather was like,
he said he built it.
Yeah. I remember him saying that. So I know you're talking about, I can't think of his name off the back, but yeah, he was definitely well spoken. He always was very professional.
Gotta go to the bag. Gotta go to the bag. Black, come on, man. We bigger than this. We know this. You gotta ask Lisa. Lisa, she knows what we talk about.
Hell yeah, she knows.
You gotta go to the bag, man. But yeah, but the guy was good. He was good at what he did, but I'm saying, yeah, I think it would have been a decent move on his part to take off. But in 2010, I think he was good. You know what I'm saying? I think he was good, and Bob still had a lot of going for him at the moment. So
she said, "Ask me what, Lisa? We was talking about what's the guy that used to be ahead of Golden Boy. He got fired or he quit or something like that. Mayweather used to love doing business with them because of him. And then when he left, Mayweather started like putting out all the pictures of De La Hoya and tights and shit. He was like, fuck this shit. So let us know the name of that dude. Top Rank didn't care of his premier client. Schaefer. Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Schaefer.
Yeah.
Mayweather liked him. He said he's a slime bag. Damn. Richard Schaefer.
Richard Schaefer, yep. Come
That's
on, guys. Let's get this going. Yeah. It's going to be a great fight. Yeah. Come on, guys.
He do talk like that. Yeah, man. I got used to seeing him a lot on the boxing scene. You know what I mean? He was a big part of a lot of big fights, man.
It's his brother-in-law. Well, he was good at what he did. That's a fact.
Was he a part of that Canelo fight when Mayweather fought Canelo? Was he a part of that event, or was he already gone by then?
Man, I'd be lying if I told you I remembered.
Yeah, I can't remember. Trying to remember if he was there for that fight.
But he didn't shit on other fighters, even if they weren't down with Golden Boy, because he knew there was always an opportunity to pick him up or to make fights happen with him. He didn't talk too much trash about too many people.
Hearn said he's a weird guy. You think everybody weird. Boxing Finesse said he was there, but okay, so maybe he was with them still. That was a big event.
Yeah.
It was a big ass event, man. So
now Oscar, he's bipolar. He'll be cool 1 minute and then be different way the next minute.
Because he's different than when he's on the drugs, man. And cocaine a hell of a drug. He show up high as a motherfucker. He be different.
Yeah. It's going to be a great fight. Oh, everybody's gotta be there. Oh, it's an Aztec warrior. You have to watch it. It's gonna be fantastic, guys. Yeah, that dude, he be over the top with the shit.
Oh shit. He is funny, bro. That is a funny one right there. You right. That bipolar shit.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga said, take us a beast. When they asked him about fight Brian. Take us a beast. He's fast. I said, this motherfucker De La Hoya is funny, bro. Yeah, funny man. Ass nigga.
But then they'll diss someone. Man, no one wants to see that fight. Nobody even cares.
Man, hey, he might be a cokehead, but he's managed to stay rich, man. Yeah, he stayed keeping it together somehow.
But when it comes to Mayweather, he's still mad.
He be trolling him, yeah, bro.
He's still mad because Mayweather was all in that man's head. He still got space in his head.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, he ain't left his head yet.
It's right, man. He bought that.
Mayweather kicking it, bro.
No mortgage, no rent, no nothing.
And you can tell Mayweather having a good time with that shit too.
Oh yeah.
Shoes kicked off, sturdy socks, everything in this nigga head just laid out, bro. It's crazy.
Mayweather stayed trolling people too.
I mean, whoever be running his IG account is a savage.
His Marquez, PP boy. When he was like PP boy.
Yeah. Right. I could not believe that man recorded himself doing that shit.
Man, I couldn't believe Cotto recorded himself sleeping with his boy. I was like, what?
Oh, Nobody ever really spoke on that kind of weird shit, bro.
I did. I was like, that's some fucking weird shit.
And he used to always wear pink and shit. I'm like, and they're trying to be like low key with it because his wife would be around. But I'm like, this shit weird. Nigga.
I'm like, where's his wife at? Why you all laid up in the bedroom together? What the fuck is going on in this fucking crib?
Bruh.
I'm sorry, man. I like Cotto, but that shit was weird to me, man. You know, to each his own, I guess.
Yeah, man. Sleeping with his boy, wearing pink, arch eyebrows, all kind of weird shit, bro. But anyhow, man, that's a different video. It's a different live stream, nigga. This is about Danny Jacobs. We get up track. Man. IBT said Mayweather has his own toothbrush in Oscar's head.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah. He can't even evict that nigga at all. He's just living in that bitch head.
No.
That's fucked up, bro.
Oh, Mikey's still in on Bob shit. I know I had to chat there when that motherfucker was like, and Mikey Garcia, he was like, ah, you can see that shit in his face. Yeah, some of these motherfuckers just got some, they be holding grudges. Hardcore grudges, man. They don't ever let that shit go.
They're not. Hypno, he said he conspired to take over Golden Boy Promotions with Heyman. Schaefer? Yeah, let's drop a link or source or some shit. What the fuck? Heyman and Schaefer? Or maybe that's why Mayweather was cool with him. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe.
Nigga Mayweather was trying to really super play chess, take over the nigga whole empire.
Oh, man.
He failed, though.
Yeah.
He had a guy on the inside. God damn.
They must have had a good team over there because there was all types of shit happening. Schaefer left. De La Hoya was all on that shit. He was all over the news for all the shit he was doing, but that shit still going strong.
Yeah.
Now they got that young buck. They got that Ryan Garcia. He the Twitter champ.
I mean, it's crazy. I think less than a year ago, they were saying Ryan is not even close to being prepared for Gervonta Davis. Now they're saying he'll knock out Gervonta Davis. A lot of people are saying. I'm like, you believe that?
I think it's possible. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the same guys. I used to rip on Ryan. Like, what this dude look? Straight sucker looking, you know what I mean? but you know what I mean? Hey man, he been shining in the ring. I mean, it ain't been a great event. I mean, against great competition, but he's been looking pretty stellar in his performances, and now he's about to go in there with a former champ. You know what I mean? A former, more than one. You know what I mean? Multi-time champion. So that's good work, man. And if he looks good in that process, man, then I mean, I don't see many people. I only got Pedraza on Tank's resume that's of any consideration. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, he did handle Pedraza very well, but that was it. And being on the show, it's rusty, man. You get rusty doing that shit.
It's hype.
Gotta be
right now. It's just hype. You got to fight somebody.
Mm-hmm. They kind of in the boat. They both kind of in the same boat. And it's sad because Tank is a lot older than Ryan. You know? And he been doing it a lot longer. So, you know, his team ain't been putting them in the proper fights, you know? Fighting guys like Gamboa. Everybody knew what they was doing, you know? And that didn't turn out very well, man. They didn't look all that great.
Damn near.
Sure did.
These motherfuckers better stop, man. Bullshit, man. Get this shit together. The whole fucking roster gonna be knocked off on PBC. They keep fucking around.
That's a fact, man. I don't even think Russell want to be there.
Do you think he but all this shit that you were saying, you know, this type of ties they got with Heyman, do you think he can leave or he's trapped?
I don't know. Can't escape. He been kind of flaming the whole situation. He ain't
when you gotta put on a shirt saying, Heyman, you know, set this fight up for me and shit. Yeah.
When you got to put your hands on another man's pops to get a fight, that's you reaching. Like your promoter ain't doing his job. You know what I'm saying? For for real. Like, you gotta go follow people around, and you know what I mean.
Well, advisor. He's the advisor, so technically,
Advisor.
Gary Russell's supposed to be doing. I guess he was promoting himself. Like, you know, walking up to homie dad. It's fucked up. But
Tio did it. He was chasing Lomo around for a minute. Chasing him around at hotel rooms and shit.
But the difference is his shit worked. Look like this fight about to happen. So Gary can't get no luck.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. He might want to leave. Who knows?
Isn't Shakur right in that same division?
Yeah. He sure is.
Hey, that's a fight.
It sure is, man. It is a fight. I haven't heard. What Shakur said, if that fight gets presented, he'll take it. He did say that on Sway in the Morning interview, but I haven't really heard anything about Gary Russell saying that, you know, he want to fight Shakur. He's been calling out Gervonta Davis heavy though.
Is the Shakur fight bigger, or by him turning that one down and going after the Russell fight? You think that's a bigger fight?
Wait, say again?
With Shakur turning down this fight in England, do you think a Russell fight would be bigger?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
To the hardcore fans.
Yeah, I mean, now bigger, I don't know. Because you're saying like people showing up, gate, money, and he'll probably be bigger. The bigger fight would probably be him going to, you know what I mean? But the better fight, stylistically, competitive wise, would be him and Russell. But if you go and fight Warrington, that's probably a bigger fight. You know what I mean? If you fight out there in the UK or England, wherever
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I got Shakur in that fight if they fight.
Who, him and Russell? Yep. Yeah, me too. You know, I really think Shakur could fight, man. I mean, right now it's just like I feel the same way about him at this early in his stage as I felt about Lubin. And the only way you can change my mind if I see the nigga get knocked out or some shit like Lubin got knocked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like Shakur is gonna beat any nigga he facing right now, unless somebody can catch him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel. Like, and I don't think Gary Russell is that dude that's just gonna catch him, and put him out cold or something. I don't see it, bro. In the 12-round fight, I got Shakur, nigga, making adjustments, figuring you out, breaking you down, getting you, you know, either blowing you out in a 12-round decision or stopping you late.
You think he's overconfident?
Nope.
No. I seen him.
I just got these concerns with PEDs with him. That's it.
When they were talking about him sparring on Lomachenko, and he just started smiling, and I was like, "Oh shit, he must have did pretty good."
Yeah. I don't think he overconfident at all. I think he know how good he is, and he want an opportunity to prove that shit. So as far as him being a hoe or me thinking that he don't want somebody, man. You know, I give him flavor that weren't turning it down that fight though. That weren't the shit.
But sparring and being around all that talent, you know what I mean? The Bud Crawfords and the Lomachenkos.
Andre Ward too.
Yep, Andre Ward. Being around them guys, do you think that is kind of hurting him a little bit? Like where he's feeling like he's bigger than what he is at the moment? Where he's turning down?
Because he feeling like, nigga, I can hang with these niggas now.
Right.
He's sparring these dudes regularly. He probably getting better. Eventually Bud gonna have to be like, shit, I gotta do something different. He's figuring out what I do.
Right.
So I don't think it's overconfidence, and I think it's all good. I think he got, I mean, looking at all the young fighters, prospects, or young contenders that's coming up, maybe Ryan has a better team around him, but Shakur got a really solid team.
Hell yeah.
Like, guys that can keep him focused. He can go to work on shit. Guys that's gonna teach him about money. You got Jay Prince. You got Bob Aaron. He got a hell of a move going to top rank.
You could argue that he's got a better team around him.
Maybe he do. You know what I mean? Then Ryan. Like I just see a solid ass team around Shakur, and they're gonna make the best decision to make sure he wins. But I think he still has that fighter mentality. He's not gonna shy away from the best fights. But that Warrington shit is some. You know, that's some bullshit right there. He gets flamed for that. So hopefully he don't get on some bougie shit, man, going forward. Because I think the nigga can beat probably, you know, anybody at 126, probably go up 130 and flush out whatever's there, man. You know, Shakur Stevens, I think he the future for real.
I do too.
Be the future. You know, Devin. I mean, I'm concerned about Devin Haney, bro. Too much IG thottish energy around that fool. He too concerned about attention, and then you know he's young. He's young. He's trying to get this attention. I think he's jumping out there too fast, trying to be like Floyd, trying to embrace the villain role or trying to be controversial. Stop, bro. You're too young for this.
Too
Just
soon.
work.
Way too soon.
Way too soon, bro.
And then they had them questions over his head, like with the VADA testing and not taking certain fights. It's like way too soon.
That's Shakur. That's Shakur right there.
Oh, who you talking about? Haney?
I was talking about Devin just now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right now I was just talking about Devin. Like I just feel like, remember with the whole shit that happened with the comments. I think he's too young right now. He's looking for attention, controversial kind of attention to get more attention on himself and views, and you know. And some people starting to feel like he cloud chasing. Like I heard Teofimo say he a cloud chaser. It's like he's trying to take shots at anybody else. And I get it, you chase down fighters, but I just feel like he might be overconfident a little bit. I don't think Shakur is. I think Shakur knows he can step on any nigga around him. Devin Haney, I feel like he's being overconfident in a sense. Like, look, man, Lomachenko might beat you. So to say some shit like, I would never let a white boy beat me, like, you need to chill, fam. You must be really overconfident like that to think that Lomachenko with his style might not give you that work. Like, you know, that shit.
And he said that shit too with Ryan Garcia when he was talking to Bernard Hopkins. Remember that?
What?
Where him and his dad was talking to Bernard Hopkins after Ryan Garcia's big win, and it looked like Hopkins was twisted. And they were like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he was like, "Look, man, oh yeah, you're a great fighter." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Yo, me and Ryan gonna get it." And when he was like, "You know, it's gonna take time or whatever, and it's good that you're amped up, but you know, there's a process to it." He was like, "Well, then, fuck it, I'm moving up to 140 then," and walked away. So, like, yeah, that ain't how it works, man.
Right. So he got that I'm my own boss mentality. Like, he young though, you feel me? So being that young and thinking you a boss, you think you're a boss because of what you got, with the jewels on, having the pearly whites, you know, wearing the gear, you know, like he think that makes him a boss. Whereas know the business, you know what I mean? Be more smart behind it. Like, you ain't got to do so much so-called clout chasing. You just make the right moves behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Without doing so much rah-rah and saying the wrong shit.
Right,
you know? He don't have nobody advising him like that, saying, you know, you should move this way or that way. And I heard that some people upset with him because he changed his stance on his comments or whatnot. Yeah. Even though what he said was racist, I mean, he don't want that stamp, man. That ain't nothing to play with, man. That's why I don't understand why motherfuckers keep playing with that shit.
You know what's really getting me thinking, man? It's like, are we ever gonna see Charlo and Andre in a big fight? I mean, how long has it been since these guys been? You know what I'm saying? You call it clout chasing or trying to offer fights, whatever. But I mean, come on.
The last big fight, semi big fight Jamal was in was probably J-Rock.
Yeah. I'm talking about like a big fight, a huge fight.
No.
Where they got a big name in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Or a super decent name in front of them.
Well, the difference is one guy wants a big name and wants to fight a big name. You got another guy who don't want to fight a big name at all. He want to fight Hogan's. And,
what you think they got to do to get in there with a big fight? Like, you know what I mean? A big name fighter. They got to make sacrifices.
I mean, how can they make sacrifices for somebody who is not even, who act like they don't exist? You know, I mean, they doing like what everybody else is doing, trying to pursue the top. Whoever's considered the best pound for pound face of boxing. People want an opportunity to be that. You know, a lot of times it ain't just clout chasing people. They want to prove that they the best. They want to be the face of boxing. They want to be able to represent their people, their culture, their country. You know, some people might disagree. Huh?
What would Charlo have to do for you to be pushing for Charlo?
Sign a contract. Fight somebody.
Sign a contract. Sign a contract.
Yeah, get your ass in there, man.
I mean, performance-wise, who would you want to see him in there where you'd be like, yep?
I mean, he don't want to fight Derevchenko. He don't want to fight Andrade. He don't want to fight Canelo. I don't know what happened to that bring me GGG shit. You know, I ain't seen nothing with no energy with that. I think that being that he just touched the M, he's going in a different direction now. He liked the fact that he got a belt that he can bring to the house. He can look at his pictures and his highlights, you know, because when you start getting them very testy kind of fights, you're going to make more money, but you might get your ass whooped like you saw your boy Deontay Wilder get.
Yeah.
Just the truth, man. Like, you know, and he probably don't want to have to deal with that because when you fighting another top guy, somebody who's slick, somebody who got defense, and we know you don't, and they hitting you upside your head consistently, and you looking for one big shot, like your master do, Deontay, it could be a problem for you in there.
Yeah.
And your checks that you barely just touched the M, you can start getting smaller and smaller because there's going to be a blueprint on how to beat you. You know, hit him upside his head as many times as you need to because he ain't gonna move his head and fight is one. I'm not saying it's gonna be that easy, but I mean, the bottom line is the dude, man. You know, he's not it. He gotta. I think he's more concerned with the fame and money. So, Al, whatever path you can put me on to where I can remain champ the longest and make decent money, so I can maintain my expenses, maintain my image, my clothes, my jewels, and keep these lights on.
But you feel like Jamel doing everything in his power to be successful at 154?
I think it's one step at a time. This guy just got his belt back after after it got taken. Most people, you know, it was some doubts at first that this guy even wanted to take the rematch because it had to get ordered, which was concerning to me. I'm like, Jamel, why does this even have to, you know, when this guy was willing to give you the fight anyway, you know, and then WBC orders the shit. And it's like, oh shit, this was like forced. Yeah. So, you know, that concerned me, but he got the job done.
Yeah.
And I heard talks about Laura's name being thrown up as a voluntary defense. I like that fight.
Yeah.
And we just got to see it one fight at a time to see if this guy is going to really, you know, pursue these other champions.
So we got to agree then he ain't ducking no smoke at 154. And he made an offer to Banana too. And Banana's team turned it down.
So we could say maybe Jamel at this particular moment, I don't know if he's the boogeyman, but we can possibly put him up there. When we say guys who either he beating guys, he's pulling up on guys, these guys is turning down fights. So, you know, this guy, Rosario, is fairly new. So we got to see him defend first to really give him that full stamp as a guy at middleweight, because it could just be a fluke. Who knows?
Yeah, why do you think they stalled that fight out?
For Rosario and Charlo?
That doesn't make much sense in Rosario's squad on Rosario's team side, does it?
Why you don't think it makes sense?
Because
for his team side.
Because I think like for them to stall that fight out, that would have been what? He'd be unified champ, wouldn't he?
He got two straps already. Well, the other belt, Teixeira, whatever, but the other WBO belt, he would just need one more left.
Yeah, big money, big name.
I mean, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely hear you, but I think that his team would decline it because you just became champ. Some people want to just, you know, go another fight or two with that because they know some killers. Like, shit, I might lose this shit. I don't want to be the one like Ruiz, get it and lose it right off the gate. Let me get a win or something.
He wasn't prepared, though. He didn't prepare himself. That was on him.
It was. But I'm just saying, I mean, trying to put out my mind and, you know, trying to, you know, rational with the person that is trying to, you know, make that fight or ducking the fight. That's probably why they
take it all in. Take it all in for a minute, and then you know, that way you figure out your moves at the negotiation table. You know what I mean? Because you reach that type of success. I can see where you're going. I'm still against it though.
Yeah, I am too.
I still say you should have took that smoke.
Yeah, not a lot of people go from a unification, or come from, winning into unifying. That's why, also with Danny Jacobs in this topic, he won a belt and he unified immediately. People forget that.
Yeah, but give it up to Charlo. He was trying to snatch him up. You know, I said, but give it to Charlo. He was trying to go get him.
Man,
him and his team was trying to go get him. They was trying to collect. They was on collection. It was strap season for Jamel. He made an attempt.
Yep. So shout out to Jamel for making the attempt. If you're attempting to unify and you can't get it, and he said, "Well, then give me Laura," I respect that. The fuck, I definitely respect that shit. So, but
he wants Eubank and Jamel.
Who wants Eubank and Jamel?
Or is it or Jamal? It'd be Jamal.
Oh, Jamal, yeah. Oh, real boxing finesse.
Yeah.
Name it could be a big money fight in the UK. I think Eubank beats Jamal. Yeah, I think people got mixed. It's kind of split down the middle on that. I think a lot of people feel like Eubanks might be more experienced, more stronger, coming in and outworking than Jamal, something like that. But Jamal is a counter puncher. He does have power. Yeah. Cool little 1-2, and he got some power, but power, I don't know if Chris Eubank is skilled enough to just really really give him problems like that and keep him confused. Because I think you got to be if you can confuse Jamal, you can beat him. You got to do different things. You can't just be doing the same shit.
He's a decent size middleweight too, isn't he?
Who?
Eubank.
Oh yeah.
He's a big man.
He fought as high as, remember, he came down. So he fought as high as 68.
Yeah.
Attempt promotion. Yeah, as long as you attempt the unification, shit.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad fight, and it'd be a decent name on both their, resume. That, I think Eubank got some decent names on his. Jamal did at 154, not so much at 160. Other than his last fight, but I kind of thought he lost that fight.
Who?
Jamal.
You thought he lost his last fight?
His last fight. I'm talking about his last competitive fight.
Oh,
Korobov. I thought Korobov tweaked that one out.
Yeah. He's getting tagged up. He's getting tagged up, bro.
It was a good fight, though. But there was
I try to give him a pass because he watched his brother get his ass whooped before he came out, but he was looking, he ain't looked too great in his fights after that. So,
I literally thought the Harrison fight was closer. Like I could see how someone would lean towards Jamel in the first Harrison fight, but I just didn't see how Jamal pulled off that Korobov fight. I was just like, I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of like a gift.
Yeah.
On my take, anyway.
They were like, we can't take two back-to-back Charlo losses like that on the same event. That would be a tragedy. So
yeah,
I think they agreed to not do that again. We're not going to be on the same card.
Yeah. Didn't they flip a coin to see who was going to be headlining?
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah. That's it.
Eubanks fought much better competition.
Yeah.
We're about to close it down like 5 minutes, y'all. Says problem is Eubank ain't improving because he don't take coaching from his dad or something, right? The Ninja Donatello looking ass nigga. Ninja Turtle. He was mad when niggas was memeing him with this shit.
That dude's a trip, man. Eubank Senior. My son is with the Mayweathers and we will lock the top. I'm like, oh man, this dude talking with his hands too. Very articulate in the way he speaks.
Next thing you know, this nigga 1-2 Kid gonna be trolling him. He's gonna show up with that nigga avatar. That would be funny. That would be fucking funny.
Yeah.
Your best ones, man, is was Connery, him, Manny Pacquiao, and Freddie Roach. Top 3 impressions, nigga.
Yeah.
That Freddie Roach shit had me weak. I'm gonna probably still leak the audio, man.
Go for it, man.
That little snippet we did of I did Errol Spence, you did Freddie Roach. Of course, Angel was Crazy Angel.
Yeah, man. He does a great Angel. He does a
That
great
shit was so funny,
man. Oh man.
They go read it in the chat. That shit was so fucking funny though. But yeah, man, this was just a quick little 2 hour power for shout out to Danny Jacobs, man. Shout out to New York, man. Y'all got a real one. This guy always giving us great fights. He always giving us a great effort. He making great money because he's taking risk, man. He's daring to be great. Something that a lot of y'all fighters don't know nothing about. But, you know, no matter what's going on, man, we still got to push for the best fights that we want to see. I mean, it don't matter if 50 people see a video, see this video. Don't matter. I mean, as long as they can get something from this and want to push for the best fights. You know what I mean? Feel fueled by it like we are.
Yeah, they arguing about that Eubanks and Charlo fight. And that's what makes it a great fight, man. It actually is a pretty damn good fight.
Maybe somebody should start that up then. That's a good debate topic to, you know, maybe cook on. Jamal Charlo versus Chris Eubanks. We know he ain't gonna fight no champs. So there y'all go. Y'all can help him out and try to make it like he gonna do something great. That's who he hitting the heavy bag for. Maybe Chris Eubanks. Because he ain't hitting it for Andrade. He not hitting it for Canelo. That shit was dumb, bro.
Is that what he was doing, hitting it? That shit looked weird, man.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn was like, say somebody else, say somebody else. He said, what about Caleb Plant?
Yeah.
Whatever he was doing.
What the fuck is he doing? I was like, yo, is that a professional fighter hitting the bag right there? What's going on, man? I think they was just clowning and trolling, man. He had to be.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, trolled or something. That shit was silly though.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. And I appreciate you, 1-2 Kid. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing, my brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure, man. Shout out to the entire
Yes, sir.
Guy. Have a good one, y'all. Everybody who came on, Iron Corn, Angel Santos. Always a pleasure, guys. Later.
Likewise. Hey, big ups to 1-2 Kid. Make sure y'all go to the channels tab and check him out. He's listed on the channels tab. Also, with many others, UDC and many others. Check them out. Big shout out to the NBBC and Vada Not a Nation. Truth is the new hate. I know what it is. But big ups, Danny Jacobs. Keep doing your thing. Best of luck at 168. Whether it's that plant work, that Benavidez work, motherfucking Callum Smith work. Hey, man, you gotta. Hey, there's some names you got to deal with up there. You know, I ain't gonna even hardly mention Billy Ho because he's a hoe, and y'all already know. That's all we got. Big ups to y'all. Shout out to Lisa, always coming through, dropping flames, dropping the hashtags. I'm BHP.